today we're here at the Glass Lofts. We're back on Penn Avenue in Garfield, and we're talking to the very creative gang behind VIA. VIA is a festival that merges music, art, and technology into an absolutely unforgettable celebration. And these guys are going to tell us a little more about what VIA has in store for us this year and in the future. So thanks for joining us today. Lauren, tell me a little bit about exactly what VIA is.
Okay. VIA is a music and new media festival, but we also do monthly events that are within the aesthetic of bringing visual artists and musicians together for kind of special collaborations.
Okay.
In terms of their performance events, but the idea is to balance the weight evenly on the video artists as well as the music artists or the sound artists. Mostly and often in events, the music always takes precedence, and the background visuals, whether it's like a rave or a rock show or a concert or experimental show, usually that's the problem. That's one thing, is that the visual artists always kind of fall in the background, and we didn't want to do that. And that was Lauren's kind of kernel that how she started the festival with Quinn.
Okay. And Erin, you were saying earlier, it's like the anchor.
Yeah, I mean, the festival is the anchor, and I don't know if you always had plans to have this develop into monthly events, but I mean, it started with the festival, and then it sort of snowballed, and like it branched out into the monthly events to build momentum and keep it going, and sort of pull more people in over time.
It keeps the brand out there and keeps people thinking about it, and that's what it has enabled us to do, is like having the brand. It's something that I've never really done before. Besides I used to work at the Andy Warhol Museum and book shows there, and that's sort of similar. But having the brand makes people think that, well, even if I don't know who this headliner is, these parties are really great. This is what these people do is really awesome, and I'm just going to go anyway, even though I haven't heard this person. I'm not super familiar with them. This person that we're bringing from England or wherever they are.
Right, and we were talking about that because when I came into the interview, I thought, you guys are going to know so much more about music than I do, and I know I've been to things that Edgar, you've DJ'd, and your music collection is just, and all of you probably have music collections that are breathtaking. But you were saying, Paul, that it's very diverse. You guys each have different segments that you know about.
Yeah, we all come from different musical backgrounds that cross over, so we all learn from each other. A lot of different people will spearhead different artists, whether they're visual artists or musical artists, and then the others will sort of, we all trust each other to have, a high standard, or at least a certain standard in taste. So usually when somebody will suggest someone, we'll do the research and listen to them, and most of the time like them. And even if not, we trust.
We appreciate what they add to the whole thing, to the whole festival.
Yeah, it's a really nice, healthy, non-competitive dynamic within the group. It really works really well. A lot of the times, most of the artists I don't know about until someone, out of our team will bring up their name, and then I'll go look them up, and then I'm learning about new artists just as I believe the audience probably is too. So it's kind of fun.
It kind of made sense to pool our talents and resources to do it together, instead of, like you saying, instead of doing all these smaller events that we're competing against each other. We still, in a way, all do our own thing. Like Ed still has events at the shop that are Ed's. You guys still have human-owned events. Quinn and I will still DJ on our own, but at the end of the day, I think it's better for Pittsburgh to have these bigger things to latch onto throughout the year.
Well, it makes everyone, what it does is where Pittsburgh always had these small quality groups that were doing really great things, there was never, the next step up from that is the larger thing. And there was nothing pulling that together until VIA, and now I think VIA has made all of these different smaller promoters and genre-specific parties. It kind of pushed them together, and everyone is moving as one group now, rather than lots of splintered little things. Now we see a lot of the same people that, there's a lot of new people coming in, crossing over from other music genres and other scenes now that may have not gone before.
Right.
And so when you have everyone as one big moving group, even in a small city like Pittsburgh, you you can get some really big results and recognition.
I've seen the effects of that too, like, because even, because I do a lot of experimental shows at this place called The Shop, art performance studio in Bloomfield, and VIA has this experimental component that we want to kind of keep in there as well, and I push for that and keep it weird is my because there's, you know, it's not supposed to be just one, it's not supposed to be just, VIA's not supposed to be about just like mainstream dance music, or, you know, it's not supposed to be one genre, we're supposed to be kind of, sort of, you know, a kind of a wide selection of kind of the best kind of cutting edge, you know, electronic musics and new media work. But I've seen people from the experimental shows, you know, come to see like Appleblim, who was, you know, is like a post dubstep DJ, or like in Flagrante, you kind of do new disco. And but there's like, you see that kind of going back and forth of audiences kind of merging. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, that combination of the different factions, I don't really have a better word, but it helps when it amalgamates. It sort of becomes like a city thing, so the city's kind of doing something good for itself, and it helps, you know, incite a lot of pride, because you can really see the impact when you see all those little groups working together.
Right.
And it's a big group working together, and then, you know, you just see it changes and improvements happening on a much larger scale. You know, and it just feels like you're doing a lot more rather than, oh, great party Saturday night, and it kind of fades away, you know, maybe. But this is like, seems to have a lot more momentum. It's more fun.
Just brought a little tear to my eye. Nice.
Here, have a beer.
So it sounds like, though, one thing that all of you guys keep stressing is just the importance of the quality of what you're bringing in. So how do you judge that? Do you get together as a group and say, we think this person is really good? Do you vote?
I mean,
just
we
ballots?
really think about like who hasn't been here, what's not being represented, you know? And I think that's what we're really thinking about, and like what we want to broaden Pittsburgh's horizons in terms of music of all different sorts of genres. And so like, that's how I think about it anyway. And like, you know, Omar S, like, oh, he's never come here. He's a Detroit techno and house guy. Appleblim, that would be amazing. You know, he's really kind of underground. Not many people maybe know his name, but he runs this label that's really important and always puts out all these amazing records. So that, you know, we're just trying to, people that otherwise would not come to Pittsburgh. You know, it's like too small of a market.
I mean, like any, I don't know, like any creative area, like it has its media outlets, you know, like, so there are bigger outlets, you know, that you would read all the time, like Accelerator or Pitchfork or, you know, that's the reference point, you know, so either it's people that have started to show up there over the last, you know, 1 or 2 years that we just keep hearing about and that we all personally really like, and so we try to make that happen, or it's just you go on gut. And a lot of the times, like, we play for each other, or like you just trust one person's instincts, you book it, and then you find it showing up on Accelerator or Pitchfork later on. So, like, we're booking things that have like an international, you know, conversation going on. Like, we're not just, you know, oh, we're little Pittsburgh, like we could really have this and use this and feel good about it. It's like, no, we want to book things on par with what other cities are booking and not have anyone think about it. Yeah, we don't want to have anyone, or better, and not have anyone blink about it. Like, people think, oh, there's, you know, New York and there's Chicago.
So I want people in New York to go, whoa, they're playing in Pittsburgh? Again, this person is Pittsburgh, and make a connection. Like, what is going on in Pittsburgh, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's happening slowly.
Yeah, it's easy to take risks when we all have an integrity in who we're bringing in. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, we're not always certain on how the numbers are going to do, but we know the output is going to be really good. So, and I think that integrity will shine through in how we promote it and how excited we get about an artist. So the risky sort of becomes less risky because people trust us whenever they see how into it we are, I think. I mean, that's usually how people sell me when there's like, when they're really super excited. Like if Ed says, we got to have these people, he'll sell us pretty easily because, I mean, well, we trust Ed.
Right.
Yeah. You know.
Really? No.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Sometimes. Hopefully not all the time. Certainly.
All your beer's gonna disappear, by the way.
I know.
This is happening.
That's fine.
Ed's just gonna like shove it on the table.
But I think part of it is, you know, there's a big social media component to VIA.
Absolutely.
And the beauty of marketing things with social media is that there's a huge genuineness to it. People can really see how you really feel about what you're creating.
It's easy to sell something like this over social media. And that's like, there are some things that don't work over social media. Like, no one wants their healthcare company. Like
Right.
no one wants to post on a healthcare company wall.
But they do want their real estate.
But like music, yes. Sorry. But music is something that everyone loves and gets into.
Right, absolutely.
You know, that's like the highlight. Usually, the highlight of everyone's weekend has some form of musical component. At least, you know, the people that I know.
There's even an etiquette of social media, like I think that we try to uphold as well, and not try to like, you know, sort of spam people's walls,
Right.
individual walls. But I think that's part of the whole gestalt of what VIA is, that you know, the level of graphic design is very high. People know that, you know, our social marketing etiquette is good, social media etiquette is good. Also, the level of the quality of the visuals will be very high. The quality of the venue will be high. You know, it's in general, like there's a whole range of things that people are hoping that people get that we try to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're the audience too. You know, I mean, we go to shows, we love to listen to music, and we, you know, like to be promoted to as well. And, you know, we try to be sensitive to if certain actions by people we find bothersome, we try not to replicate that. I guess,
That's
you know.
a good strategy, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I think probably the big elephant in the room is, can you tell us a little bit about who's coming and what we can expect from VIA this year?
I can tell you,
Okay.
but not them.
I think we can figure that one out.
Probably the big one for me is,
Wow,
yeah, I can't believe that one.
that's awesome. That's pretty
It's
awesome.
pretty huge.
Yeah.
And almost is equaled by the fact that we're bringing medals.
Oh
Almost.
my God,
It's big.
this is really big. All right, Lauren, who else? Amazing.
True.
I guess I knew that, but wow, that's huge. Just hearing it. It's amazing.
I know, hearing it out loud.
Yeah, hearing it out loud. Wow.
I can say it again.
Say it one more time.
Whoa.
A little
That's
louder.
awesome. That is awesome.
It's my turn.
It is.
Paul, what? Wow, that's huge.
This is huge.
I am.
She's like the biggest.
It's the biggest.
That's the biggest one yet.
I am who am.
Yeah, he's
know.
actually never played here before anywhere.
You guys, it sounds
No
like you.
way.
I mean, you have put something so amazing
I can tell you
together.
another one. He's gonna be here too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Huge?
you guys, this is gonna be huge,
What?
and I'm super
I can't
excited.
tell you.
I hate you.
I'm Burgh living.
What did she say?
I'm telling you.
It's all about Burgh living.
It is. So, I think, you know, because we can't reveal the big surprises, we need to find a way where people can kind of stay in tune with what's happening with VIA. So how's the best way for people to keep up to date with the schedule and the new artists as you announce them?
Website.
The website, via-pgh.com, and the Facebook page. The Facebook page is more active.
Yeah.
We're pushing cool videos and really strange stuff out almost every day.
And that's Facebook/via.Pittsburgh.
VIA.Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We've got some rain coming down because it's a beautiful day in Pittsburgh today.
Yes.
So we apologize for the noise, and you guys have a Twitter account also.
Mm-hmm. That's all caps at VIA_PGH.
So all kinds of ways where people can kind of keep up to date.
Yeah, and they'll wanna keep a close watch on the Facebook page because we're gonna do a really cool way of announcing the artists.
Yeah, you were giving me a little insight into that.
I'm not
so
gonna
that
tell
sounds
anyone
very
anything,
cool.
but people should be ready to play a game with
Definitely.
us.
Yeah.
We also
Satellite
do-
events will be updated.
Yeah, and we do.
there as well.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this year. It's a little different because you guys have some satellite events that are leading up to the big event. So who's coming in over the next?
We've been
couple
doing,
weeks?
every month of 2011 we've been doing one event. And we started out with an all-local event in January at Burgh Box. And pretty much every event that we've done have been a sellout or very close to sellout event. It's just been very exciting.
Yeah.
So Facebook, Twitter, the website, stay in touch pretty soon. All of the headliners.
All the mysteries will be revealed.
All the mysteries will be revealed. Great. Well, thank you so much, guys.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Burgh Watching. To stay up to date on the VIA Festival and all of the new headliners, you can log on to our Burgh Living Facebook page, www.facebook.com/BurghLiving, or follow us on Twitter @BurghLiving. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next Burgh Watching.